Okay, so as we said, your path goes sometimes a bit in here, and then over there and back round, kind of that sort of figure eight we said. So to reverse that, we're going to go out here, back underneath, and then back round, kind of that way. So your original swing here, now if we look at the takeaway now, I say it's not a bad position going back here. That right elbow now starts sort of bending up a little bit, but because you go so far back on the inside here now, your hands are here. When you come back to the golf ball, your hands are, that right shoulder now is big over the top, and your club now we get to sort of halfway down is out here, and your hands are kind of there. So just a long way. Now this one here, again on the right hand side, looks a little bit strange. Okay, club's going way out somewhere. That club's over there somewhere. So really, now that to me is more extreme than we'd want to be long term. But doing a drill like this, okay, as you go up here now, see how that club there, that club flattens. Okay, so it's here and then it flattens. Okay, so it's very, very steep and flattens. So in the downswing, you are flattening out that swing, whereas this one, if we go back, you go in here and then you steepen. So you're steepening the club here, so that's the sort of right shoulder over the top and sort of chucking the club to the golf ball. And as a result of that path here now, where's that ball going to go? It's disappearing left. I mean, the white line's going to go there somewhere, and yours is 20, 30 yards right left of that. With this one, when you flatten, okay, so you change the direction, club comes back, where's that ball going? Down the line towards target. A much more efficient hit that way as opposed to that way. So I would, as I say, for me, long term, what I want to try and see if we go back to here would be when your arms are kind of here, the club is kind of back to target. Not so much in here, not so much tucked in with your arms, okay? And as the club then comes back, it's going to come back now more. If you sort of stop it about here, that club and the head there, there's not that much gap between hands and arms. And that's why it's a gentle fade, which is what I'd expect you to do. This is what I kind of want you to do anyway. I don't want you suddenly starting the ball right to left and doing this, because you'd just be, where's that coming from? Okay, that last ball right there, beautiful. Okay, so 10 yards left, it's missed 5.4 yards left. Nice little fade, 100 yards in distance. It's on the 95, sorry. On the green, good shot. Okay, and if you know you've got a tendency to miss most of your shots just left of target, you would probably aim a smidgen right of target. We're talking 5 yards. So on the first on the button, I would aim probably middle-ish of the green, knowing if you do go a bit left, you've got a bit of space on the left-hand side. If you're going for the second on the button, you're on the right-hand side slightly, because if you go a bit left, you've got a bunker down there. So on the first, you definitely want to avoid the right. So don't aim down the bank on the right, hoping you might pull it, because if you don't pull it, then you're down the bank and falling over. On the second, you definitely want to go left, so we'll aim a bit further right. Third, we don't want to go right, so we'll aim down the left there. On the fourth, we don't want to go left. If you think about exactly, So as you go through a game of golf, you're still playing the same kind of shots, but you're deciding if that's kind of your target line there, with the flag and the hole down there, is there water on this side? Is there kind of bunker on that side, or woods? I'm either going to aim down here and drift it back, or down there and drift it back. Either way, you're going to aim either straight or just to the left or just to the right, depending on what's in front of you. Not just I'll aim dead straight and hope for the best. Okay, so always just picking out, and that stuff we'll sort of see a bit more on the golf course we go through, but I would practice that, what we said, quite a unique sort of up and over, but you can see that there for me is the first time you what we call flatten the shaft on the downswing. The only reason you flatten is because you're so extreme this way. If you didn't flatten it, you'd hit yourself with a golf club. But what it's going to do now is going to give you this feeling in your right wrist. So if we watch how your right wrist here is working, see how your right sort of does this movement here now. This is sort of encouraged over time. So whereas before, when you go in here, okay, your right wrist is doing that, you see.
And they're all locked.
Yeah, exactly. They're locked and solid and stiff and just going forwards, whereas this is there. So that little shaft change direction, your right elbow starts dropping into your body there. That movement there, if we can practice that, eventually then you can find a middle ground, see, rather than your hands being here or here, will be somewhere there in the middle. Okay, that makes sense? Yes, I got to say, some of the shots there, I mean, compared to in the last session we had the old shankies going on, they're I'm not saying they're gone, but they are drastically eliminated. To be fair,
this really does feel like progress.
Yeah, massively.
All right, I'm changing it, but for the right reason.
Yeah, exactly. And I think next time I say whatever the time frame's going to be, if it means pushing back the next whatever. So I want it on the golf course to see how this is performing on green grass up there. At the moment, that's a bit wet and boggy. There's no point getting out there. We just, as you said, you'd be covered in mud and not getting anything. And then the thing is, well, if you miss it the ball out there, you might be doing some really good progress with the swing, but you're catching the ball half a mil behind the golf ball, the ball goes 20 yards, you get a face and I go, that was rubbish, I'm not going to carry on doing that.
Yeah.
So from my point of view, I'd rather you be at least some sort of solid ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fab.
Excellent, very good, Martin.